Barely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. So TCU's offense will take the first swing of the game. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. You've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love it.
Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, running back is again. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Reads it, fires complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Horned Frogs come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Got out of trouble and throws. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big third down throw, and you want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes it all away, check the ball in. Get it to your running back and let him go do the work and move the sticks for you.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He'll take it himself. Picks up enough to get them 1st and 10 from the 13. The defense is backed up as the offense is in the red zone. Power football with the
drive by the offense. Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
And the extra point splits the upright. And he'll just take it in. This drive will start at the 25. So Houston's offense taking the field for a chance. We have to see them today. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm, can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy. He's not the most talented quarterback in the country. But when he's hot, he's really, really tough. turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now. Get ready for another one.
Using his legs. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Here's the end. It's cold. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the 3rd down at this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. The Cougars had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Houston. Hello.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. On that one for a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll leave it with it. He's on the first down. Right side. 20. TCU. He got loose and almost breaks out after that. Boy, did he just scorch that defense with that stop.
He shows you all of this. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Unloads it rapid. Finds his man. It's Sam. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41. And a big pickup has this offense on the move. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Under pressure. He goes at the 33.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him in the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Unloads to the right. Makes a grab on his room. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Under fire. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 39. And the Cougars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Holds and fires complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the snap.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Safe completion on the screen. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. They'll give it to the back. Patterson picks up 5 out to the 8.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You've got to be able to run the football. But when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
Right back to him on the ground. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top.
Keep it moving.
That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards of play on the ground, right? That is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical. Get off the ball, get downhill fast.
Here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the wall. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
They're going to run it. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped a really big play. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion.
Can't stop us.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
6 on this drive.
Tight end now in motion. Might as well give it to him again. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Ball down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Horned Frogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work.
Defense can't stop. Be patient.
And up from the shotgun. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
The Horned Frogs will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal.
Cricket.
They'll try to get it in with the run. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And 6 more. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Blasted as he lets it go.
point for this QB because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
Leaves it with the back. Looking for more. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll give it to him again. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. You've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far in Fort Worth.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Out of the gun, they get it to the back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped with the 21.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line them up in different places and even throw him the football with a screen.
The defense got gassed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. And the Horned Frogs headed quickly to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Man down on the plays. The officials take a break to let him be checked out. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. This time they'll go to the running game. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Horned Frogs are marching down the field. Motion from the wideout. Give to the running back. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You've got to give the defense so much credit because they've been running this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
From the gun, running back on the move. Stopped almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. And the Horned Frogs come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They're going to go to the air on third and short. Pulls it in. It's the first and 10.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense.
And pick it off. And this defense, a much-needed play. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Great place to start for this offense. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the middle. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Georgia Southern is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to Southern Miss. Just another week of football in the Sun Belt, guys, where we've come to expect the unexpected.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of the game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
He'll get a fresh set down stop at the 31-yard line. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Nice move there. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The offense lining up for a first down play. Right back to the well.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Second down, he'll throw it. Get it out on the screen. He gets it past the first down marker and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, the inside kick. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Direct snap. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go. He's still going. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
I mean, how about it, guys, right? I mean, we're up here in the booth. We can't believe they decided to go for it on fourth down with the lead. We thought maybe, okay, it's just going to come up and try and draw them off sides and you get a cheap one, you get a cheap first down. But no, this coaching staff, they decided to go out and not just go for it, throw for the first down, and they get it. I guess that explains why they're down there on the sidelines and we're up here in the booth.
Leaves it with the back. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football. Force feed it to him.
They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. And the Horned Frogs racing to the line in the hurry up. They'll run it on first and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Back to pass. And they take it in for 6 more points. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. It's a seam wide open. Inside the touchdown, Houston. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
His team able to secure that football, and with that, should have secured a victory.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
I'll tell you, when this guy's in a rhythm, he never misses. And you've seen that in this game. Very, very accurate up to this point. That time, though, a little bit out of rhythm, and I think that's why he missed that time.
First gets run to the running back underneath. Offense will use a timeout, 19 seconds.
running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Moving closer to the red zone. It's at the 27 on first down. No way to go on down. He goes at the 39. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. The Horned Frogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play they took a sack. This one they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. Third down, you're going to be throwing it right here, you think, so O-line's got to step up.
And the pass is incomplete here on third down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
This defense happy with how that last. Nelson will decline the penalty. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Making side adjustments here.
Put some points on the scoreboard.
On fourth down, going to the air. Finds a tight end down the gut. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. They had a good plan, but it did not work. Looking downfield on first down. Takes a